Oh, I don't know what day it is. Wednesday, I think. Whatever. Anyway, it's a rainy, cold day. Might actually get some snow. So I got to put the flag up, put my awesome magnetic sign on. Boxes on step. Let's go look what we got. My little buddy's up. He wasn't up, but as soon as I started to open the front door, he was out of his bed. Huh, Mr. Griffey? Yeah. So we're gonna go out to the shop and bury bones. Okay, you got a shirt going to Paul Bennett in Arizona, and a couple of hats to Jace Martinez in Rupert, Idaho. Big old box going to Thomas Gant in New Zealand. Thank you guys. Thomas always sends me a calendar every year from New Zealand, so I'm reciprocating, Thomas. You have an awesome day. This is my dash pad out of the car, and I've been trying to clean it up so I can put this dash top on it, but one of my AC vents was cracked right through here, so I've epoxied that together. I'm gonna have to trim around that one double AC vent right there. It just doesn't want to go down on. Actually, it doesn't really want to fit worth a hoot anywhere. So I'm gonna mess around, see what kind of damage I can do, but I would really like to get a remade one. There's outfit California called Just Dashes, but from what I'm reading, it's like a 10-week turnaround if you want your dash done. You basically, if they got a reman one there, a steel framed one, they'll send one to you. Then you send them yours for a core. It's like $195 for the core. You can buy urethane dashes or ABS dashes, but nobody has anything good to say about them because they say in the sun they'll warp and move all over. So it's best to take your metal frame one, and they'll basically redo it just like this. The other cool thing you could do, I guess, if you wanted, is send it down to Gabe's in San Bernardino. Have them wrapped out with leather. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Wonder what that would cost. So anyway, the Just Dash outfits, it's like $1,400. There's another outfit called Ultimate Rides. I think they want $699, but they're not as nice of a dash, so you get what you pay for. That is what it looks like installed. And I've discovered you can get to the bolts to tip the dash on and off down through the vents in there. So anyway, to put this dash on, I'll probably have to tip it back to get all the little nuts on. I had to go to Napa and get me a bag of these push nuts, whatever you call them. These are a 1024, and you need 11 of them under there to fasten the dash pad to the frame. So in order to trim this down, I think what I got to do is get the peanut grinder and a Roll-A-Lock disc and go after this. I'll probably have to put me a line on there first. If you're going to put one of these dash tops on, this is an aftermarket speaker I bought through Classic Industries. It's set up so that you can hook both right and left front channels to it, and they operate these small speakers along with the big one. So you get you a stereo sound. Anyway, cut that out. You have to clip these deals off the speaker on both ends. They got like another mounting hole, and then I had to take these pair of pliers and bend them up to get it to sit where it was. And then I had to take a drill and drill out these holes because the legs for the speaker grill go down in there. And anyway, so, and then you take a couple of big old C-clamps and hook to here and pull it down, and then I took my heat gun and just heated the snot out of it, and you could hear it popping and crunching. But this one just doesn't quite want to go down far enough, and so I'm probably just going to leave it here overnight and then undo it and then glue it on. This is not what I don't really want to fix the dash like this, but I need the car done, so I'm going to go ahead with this cheap bugger. And then this one AC vent, the deal on there and all the tits on it are messed up, so I just siliconed it on there. You're not going to be able to adjust it. Hopefully somebody doesn't grab it and wang it and break it. Anyway, I got this glued. Looks fairly good. I don't know what I'll do. You'll probably see it, but it's not like you can buy those aftermarket. All you can do is buy something decent used somewhere if you can find it. I been grinding and cutting on this one, and I got the double vents to fit pretty good. This single one over here, it fits good here and around the top. It's just these corners. It's just not enough room, and I've filed these out and ground, and it looks horrible, but it's just not going to fit where the crap. That's the best I can do with it. I mean, that's short of continuing to grind over till there's nothing left here. I don't know. If the dash cover, if my dash didn't have AC vents, I'm sure one of these covers would flop right on and fit pretty dang good. But with the AC vents, I don't know. You know, Chrysler may have, you know, every dash was different and you can't get a dash top exactly the same. I don't know, but I think at this point it's time to just get her glued on and be done with it. I've had this off 10 times, gone over here. You just got to take a Roll-A-Lock disc with a green metal wheel on it. You got to go easy because, man, it'll burn that stuff off. So you just go lightly and peel the crumbs off the slag and try it and grind some more and try it until you can get it to fit. So I had to cut out for this speaker. It's supposed to be a replacement speaker, but it really doesn't fit. One of the problems with it is the grill cover has a ridge around it, and it's kind of tapered. That speaker's meant to sit in there on an angle. Tilts back this way or towards the driver's side, past towards the cabin. And this plastic ridge is supposed to go around the speaker, but it won't do it because the speaker's too big and this stuff's too thick. The other one really didn't have this, and the speaker grill cover goes right down against the speaker and holds it tight. So I hope I don't have any rattles. It's a nice speaker. It just never was meant to fit this car. Anyway, I had to cut these out because this is dished in there and it just wouldn't sit like it should. I had to cut these brackets off. Had to take pliers to these and bend them up to get it to fit in. And even after doing all that, let's see, this goes on, I think like that. When you screw it down, it kind of tweaks it just a little bit, but again, that's the best we can do. You know, you got to have the recipe for how to make cake out of poop. And I've done the best I can, but I'm missing some ingredients apparently. All right, I have got every clamp and stuff I own, along with a pair of vice grips. And anyway, got this all clamped down with the paint sticks and clamps. Anyway, I hope this stays put and turns out good. Like I showed you, I really didn't like what I had to do here. I really had to chop that up. That just didn't fit good, but it is what it is till it ain't no more. Anyway, at least it looks better than it did. I've actually got a dash pad I could put over the piece of junk if I wanted, right here. It's never had the Velcro stickies put on the dash, but that ain't gonna hide that stuff. It just won't. So anyway, my cat manuals came in handy. They're holding that up. As you saw in the video, I just had a horrible time trying to figure out how to get this so that it wouldn't knock these clamps off of it under here. Anyway, Jeff wins. I win again. Alrighty then. So put a piece of baling wire over on there to hold that here, and I'm going to attempt to put the dash on from here without removing all the gauges, and I'm hoping I can get up in here, tighten this one. These I can get to. Got one over there in the middle, one down there. Oh my, this is going to be a challenge. It is. It's a challenger. That's what they call it, a challenger for a reason, you know? It's a challenge here. So, okay, Jeff. What are you doing wrong? Doggone it. I don't know, maybe I need to just pull the whole damn thing out and put it on, and then put the whole dash back in. I got these AC vents that have to go in and on too. So let's see, we're lined up for the studs are there. That's on. What the heck here? I don't know. Jeffrey. That one, I don't feel him in there yet. Where is he? I might have to undo this. I think I better take this AC vent support out and then try to get that hooked up later. Okay, I've got to figure out something else. I'll come back to you when I get that figured out. Let's get this cool socket set. Whoever it was sent me. Love this thing. It's got a short extension in her, and it's got a U-joint, which I'm probably going to need at some point. You are going to have the ashtray and the glove box out to do this, though. I can already tell you that, otherwise you can't get to these and get them tightened up. So when you buy these aftermarket supposed to fit speakers, they don't in a Challenger. So you kind of got to make a little modification there in your dash assembly. Cut it out to be able to get it in there so that the wires will go down, because this is a dual speaker setup. So I've got my dash pulled apart. I wanted to get the heater AC cable in, so I had room in here to undo the hold down for it, but I bought the wrong cable. So I've got the right one coming. I found one for an AC setup. Has to go out the firewall across the front of the firewall over to the heater side. And the one I got, I didn't realize it, but non-heater AC ones had a cable that ran over to the box, and all it did was run the defrost vent. Apparently they didn't have a vacuum control on that, so I could probably put this back in and get it in there. It'll just make it more difficult, so I need to keep moving along. Lots of other things I can keep doing, assembling. I've got lots of parts, so maybe I'll do that today. Okay, to get that black 3M snot out of my overhead trim that my door and window sills against, I tried paint thinner. That didn't work. I used the Citral. I think eventually, given enough time, that would have worked, but I just went to town and bought the 3M general purpose cleaner. You spray that on there, give it a while, and then you just got to go after it with a screwdriver. And I had a giant mess here. You really need to put something down or go outside, because all that stuff falls off. It's like it brings that 3M back to life. It's gooey, snotty mess. Anyway, finally got them clean, so now I can start fitting the rubber to them. Okay, I got my upper door seals in, and then the deal that screws up in here, this piece, they'd use that black super 3M adhesive, weather strip adhesive. Holy cow, it's taken me hours to get that out. Anyway, I didn't glue it in because it pops in there. It's got a deal to hold it. I see no reason whatsoever to glue that. So now let's replace the door seals and then see what a difference it makes in how it shuts. Those look like really old door seals to me, but I could be wrong. It might be the originals. So again, to whoever sent me that little 1/4-inch drive socket set, that set for the win again. I could not get a stubby Phillips in here to put this one screw in. And so I had this little round ratchet deal, and then that tool set has a bit and a driver deal to run these sockets. But apparently my Craftsman hand job thing, she don't want to ratchet too well. But anyway, that little socket set's been a lifesaver, man. I can't tell you how many times I've used that. It's just been absolutely cool. So thank you for that. Okay, got it installed. I might have to trim just a little bit more off of this. She's kind of tight in there, but I thought, well, what if it shrinks? So let's see how she sounds. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Way nicer. Sweet. Okay, for demonstration purposes, we'll close this door. Bam, see? 50-year-old rubber just got no cushion. How do I know that's the original rubber? Because the original primer is on the red primer is on these little plastic clips that go in the hole. Now that's impressive, though, that this rubber would last 50 years and still be in that good a shape. Isn't that amazing? Problem with it was a lot of these were broke and missing and pulled out, but that's just amazing. See, look at all the red primer on her everywhere. Ha! Works. Ain't that sweet? Open sesame. There. Get my remote control set up, my transmitter installed. I can get rid of the secret door opening, which you're not supposed to know about. You were not supposed to know about that. So One thing I've come to learn on a car is one little project takes all day. So what have I been working on all day? Scraping the shit out of those to get these strips in, and then putting the door strips around it. That has taken all day, but I do have the dash in. Next project tomorrow. What am I doing? I don't know. I got so many things to do. Just pick something and go, I guess. Hopefully my heater temperature control cables show up, and then I can get that in, hook up my vacuum lines, and then I got my bulkhead in, and I test fit the wires and everything that bolt into it. So there's the next wiring project right there. That's all my lights and markers, which I don't have markers, so I'll be using that. And then the other one with the big red wire is my hot wire. So I need to get a solenoid mounted on here so that I know where I'm going with the hot wire. I can wire up the wire to the alternator, run the wires for the distributor, heater motor, wiper motor. What else? I'll bet that takes me all day at least, bare minimum. Bare minimum. So I wanted to get the speedo cable in today, so I get it out, and they sent me a gear to match my 410 rear ends, but the clip doesn't look like this. So I called him, and he's like, oh, it'll go in there, blah blah blah. So he sends me a picture, and the gear in the picture is completely different than what I got, and the clips it's just, anyway. So I finally got it in there, but when you rotate it, it flips it back out. So he calls back after I sent him a short video of it, and he's got to talk to engineering Monday. So I guess I'll just move on to something else. I'm trying to get the weather strip adhesive off the trunk seal because it had the wrong one on it, and the trunk didn't close worth a hoot. So been spraying this 3M stuff on there, and it loosens it up pretty good. Boy, it's thick in places though, man. Yuck. Turns it all kind of rubbery. I'm gonna go get a squeegee. See, I wonder if the squeegee would scrape it off better. Oh, here's what I was looking for. I was looking for that. Somebody broke my window tool. I need a new one. It broke the tip off. Yeah, that's nope. Nope. That's pretty thick there, so probably need a little more application. Anyway, you put it on, then you just kind of let it sit for a little bit, and she starts working her magic. Wipe it up off the paint out here. Don't really need it running down all over the car. So far I haven't seen it do anything to the paint, but it's not next week. It's not a month from now when the paint's peeling off. So last time I was in the trunk, I showed my vehicle registration and stuff. I better turn that back over, hide it again. So a guy named Paul Bennett out of Arizona called my home phone, and there's a construction line, and I happened to be there, so I answered it. I started listening to what he had to say on my answering machine. It made a lot of sense. He said, you better blur that out as quick as you can, because people see that, and then they could somehow steal your identity. And I was like, yeah, how do you know? And he's like, I've experienced it. So I listened to him, and YouTube allows me to go in and blur out stuff in videos, so I did. So in return, I sent him a big old 2XL filthy horse shirt. So Paul, I hope you enjoy the 2XL filthy horse shirt. You don't get in too much trouble wearing that. So while that's doing its job, let me show you. Matt's been hard at it. He's got the transmission pretty much put together. He's looks like he's got his bearings. He's getting ready to put his PTO together, and he's got her all taped up. Anyway, they got to go out and start cleaning the flywheel housing up, then they can get her in. Then all that stuff can be gone. I've been cleaning up stuff over here. I'm opening things up. I'm putting things in the car. I've got stuff I need to get rid of. I got lots of old parts I need to get rid of. Anyway, that's why I want this car out of here so badly. There's the block, old Kenny right there. So once the boys are done, that table will come over here. We'll put the block on. I'm probably getting ahead of myself. It needs to go to the machine shop and get decked. And I tried to do that. I tried to get going on it back in 2020. Just before I went to Con Expo, I got a hold of my cat dealer and wanted to talk to him about coming down and getting my block decked and then filming it, because as I said, I think my subscribers would be really interested in that. And I said, since you got a brand new $25 million facility, I could, when I put the video up, post it, the link, YouTube link on Facebook, I can boost that post, and Facebook allows me to target geographical areas. So I could target your dealership area, and then they also allow me to target specific trades and interests. So I'd target diesel shops, ag shops, farmers, construction, that kind of stuff. And then you could track how well that works by just asking them how you heard about them. Or I said you could give, in the video I could mention that if you called Western and mentioned Jpaydirt, you'd give them like a 5 or 10% discount or whatever. And then I says you could track how well that works. But I just said, not a lot of people know that you now have a machine shop capable of, they built some cushion rods. You remember when the scraper broke down out at the government job, and I was in a big hurry. They built me a new cushion hitch ramrod, so they can do that, but they can also deck engines. And I don't know what other kind of machine capabilities they have, but I certainly could have, showed that. So I talked to a guy I know that works there, and he sent me to somebody else, and that somebody else sent me to somebody else, and then the last guy was supposed to call me but didn't, so I called him. He didn't answer, so I just left a voicemail. He ended up texting me, I think it was. He was on a vacation, so I said, no worries, just whenever you get back. And so then I got a call from the weld shop foreman, and he didn't seem too interested. He says, I understand you got a 1693 block. You want to get, yeah, but I want to film it. And he says, well, it takes 7 hours. So when he said that, I just had the feeling they wanted to get rid of me. They didn't want me down there filming it. They didn't want anything to do with me. So I never did anything. So when I was at Con Expo and I was at the Cat Customer Appreciation Party, I was out in the hallway talking to some guys from my dealer, and a suit walked up from headquarters out of Boise and wanted to know how Cat was treating me, and I said fine, and people I was with from my dealer encouraged me to strongly tell him what was going on with my old Kenny block. So I did, and he says, well, Jeff, I'm going to look into this, and we're going to make this right with you. And I says, well, whatever. Got, you know, there's lots of other people who'll do it. If you guys don't want anything to do with it, I just please tell me that, you know, you don't want anything to do with me. So what's today? I haven't heard from him. One of the other things I did tell him was their guy that's in charge of social media at the dealer refuses to take my phone call, refuses to talk to me, which I could never understand, but whatever. I guess if he doesn't want to talk to me, doesn't want to talk to me. Probably a lot of people that don't want to talk to me. So anyway, long story, but I don't know what to do about it. I probably shouldn't care. I should probably just say okay. But I don't know. You know, I kind of needed their help, and I needed Cat's help to do this old Kenny project. And originally I had this idea that I actually sent to Cat. Sent it to some engineers that watch me. And I just kind of introduced myself and said, hey, I had this idea. I was wanting to rebuild my 1693 truck engine, which was Cat's first big highway diesel, and then paint it a yellow, because I'm a Cat guy, some kind of yellow that really pops, and then have you bring me my old Kenworth and one of my 45-plus-year-old machines that I'm still paying the bills with, putting food on the table for 3 families, and bring me to Con Expo to show the longevity and durability of Cat equipment, because I don't think any other equipment manufacturer could do that. And engineers thought it was an awesome idea, so they just said all we can do is pass it along. And whoever they passed it along to apparently didn't think it was a good idea. So anyway, that was the end of that, and that's really why you haven't seen a lot of old Kenny, because it just kind of took the wind out of my sails. My dealer didn't want to deal with me, Cat didn't want to deal with me, but yet Cat loves to deal with their ambassadors who have some Cat equipment but then go out and buy John Deere's and all kinds of other stuff and showing people their cool John Deere's. And I'm like, really? Here's Jeff diehard cat guy. Got nothing but cat. Boys on some Wabcos. That's not me. Anyway, I don't know. I don't get it. Somebody explain it to me. I guess I'm not marketable. I don't know. So, that's why I want the car done. I've just decided the hell with it. Help or not, I'm going to do this. And somebody says, will I live long enough to see it done? Well, I don't know. How old are you? I guess if you're 95, maybe you won't, but I certainly want it done before I'm dead, and I'll bet I'm way older than you, bud. So, anyway, long story. I'm just talking while I'm working here. I've accumulated stuff. I've got 6 pistons and sleeves hiding over here somewhere. Oh, there they are. Mahala hula. Mahali, however you say that. Anyway, I've got the liners there. So, not going to be a big deal for me to put it together. Cripe, what have I got over here? I got old Kenny's head. Oh man, what have I got now? I got 4-cylinder heads. So, I got cylinder heads, crankshafts. I got all kinds of stuff. So, whatever. If they don't like me and they don't want to play with me, I guess we won't. Well, that's cleaning that up good. That's just going to take a while.
Oh, I've been long gone, wanna talk to you. I've been hustling for so long. Oh, and I've been thinking about the past, and it keeps me going on. Oh, and I can't stop, no, I don't stop. It's only I can see. Even if I end up all alone, I know my destiny. My mama told me we all bleed the same sun. Oh, prejudice and pride will make you change. Just always remember where you come from, 'cause I know you were born to break the chain. So I'm on my way.
Okay, I'm getting ready to put my trunk seal on, and instead of using that nasty black 3M stuff, I'm just going to go ahead and use some clear ATV silicone and tape it down. They put trim on cars with silicone, all kinds of stuff. I see no reason to put that nasty stuff on. So, right or wrong, that's what I'm going to do. So here we go.
See, I'm living in the nightlife, but I got a fire that burns so bright. From the back road to the street, I've been long gone for so damn long, so don't tell me that you have to go. Will you still be waiting for me? Tell me, 'cause I gotta know. See, and I can't stop, no, I don't stop. It's only I can see. If I die trying to turn the tide, y'all remember me. See, Mama told me we all bleed the same sun. Oh, prejudice and pride will make you change. Just always remember where you come from, 'cause I know you were born to
Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna end the video here. Appreciate you watching my car videos, those of you that do. I know it's not the most favorite thing in the world for you to watch. You'd rather see equipment running or being fixed, but this is what I'm working on. So anyway, until we meet again, see ya.